I saw myself in the mirror, and I was like, yeah, it's starting to look right.
Everybody,
Hi.
how's it going?
What's up?
Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Zombies. Obviously,
Zombies.
it was a big thing a few years ago. When you
Yeah.
got the audition for this, were you like, oh, this is going to be a big thing to walk into?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, completely.
Yes. Go ahead. I mean,
No, I think like even to be asked to audition for a movie that I remember I watched it when it came out and I was like, oh my god, it has such an amazing message, such phenomenal dances and people in it. The songs, everything were great. So to be asked to be a part of something like that was huge. Like even if I didn't get it, I was like, just to be asked to read for it is awesome. And then once I read who my character was and I saw how insane she was, it just made me so excited because I knew I could really play around with the character and have fun with it, and I was excited to read for it.
I think it was super exciting. This is actually the room in which me and her had our audition.
yeah,
Big
our chemistry read for like all the Disney executives.
Yeah.
So it's like
and
full circle moment.
Yeah.
No,
Full
like
circle
full
moment.
circle moment completely. Because like where you're sitting, like 20 executives were sitting, and we were over here doing our
I'm less
thing.
intimidating.
Yeah, I mean, you're less intimidating. You're very lovely. But yeah, so this is the room.
It was cool to come in and try to bring some new creativity, new fun to new characters too, which are awesome.
For sure. Yeah, no, I was really excited at the prospect of doing it just because you don't really get too many opportunities where you can not only act, but like dance and sing and like put it all together. And also like it's Disney and like I don't know about you guys, but like I have always wanted to do something Disney, and so like just because I grew up with it, I've always been a really big fan, and so this just seemed like the perfect opportunity to do that.
I feel like everybody feels that way because the reporters, we were in that room and we were all just sitting there, we were like, man, what would it be like to just walk in the back, just be in the back of a scene? Like even now as adults, we're like, can I just be an extra like in the corner of something
it's
Disney?
surreal.
It feels like
Yeah.
in like a
For
whole
sure.
other universe because everybody's so like detailed and cares so much about what they do, like the sets, the props, the costumes, the makeup, everything. Everybody cares so much, which is why everything looks so real and so
And magical.
out of this world.
Yeah.
That's why the movies are so good too, because people care so much.
And when I saw the pictures of you guys when you first came out, I was like, those are some really cool outfits and
Thank
just
you.
looks. So what was it
Yeah.
like when you like put those on for the first time and like looked in the mirror and you're like, all right.
I mean, I think it was
Powerful.
a pretty gradual process, just like building up to that moment. We had a month in Toronto just preparing for filming. And so that consisted of fittings, like so many fittings, hair and makeup tests, like the prosthetics for the teeth and the ears and the nails. Everything's so detailed in this movie. And so it was definitely like building on the elements over time. And then the first day of filming was actually, I don't know for you guys, but for me at least, it was like the first time I saw everything come together officially. And I remember looking in the mirror and I was like, wow. Wow. I was like, I got to get comfortable with this really quickly and like make it seem like this is my everyday life as a werewolf, as Willa. But yeah, it was definitely like a really cool moment.
One of my first days up in Toronto, I had a Wyatt makeup with the tattoos, hair, and costume test all at the same time. I saw myself in the mirror, and I was like, yeah, it's starting to look right.
You said,
And
yeah,
just-
baby.
yeah.
He was like, this is
It
it.
felt really good.
It feels, I mean, it's for me, it was like really powerful. And it's one thing like to have your character like without all of the makeup and everything. So I went to audition just like a normal shirt and jeans. But once you, like you said, you go through that whole process of adding all these different elements. Like for me, it also helps me find who my character is on an even different level because it's not only how she acts, but it's why she acts the way she does. Like, oh, she's like this and therefore she'll have crazy hair and crazy nails. So it helps me find out even more about the person that I'm playing.
Yeah, and the appearance really informs the physicality of it all as well. And so for me, it like really helped me with the acting and like becoming a werewolf, like being wolfish and what that looks like and how you walk. I only walk that way, like a very specific way in those boots. Like I can't wear any other pair of shoes and like walk the way that I do in the movie. So it's very like specific to that world and that character.
That's awesome. Are you prepared for this coming Halloween then? When you
Oh,
will
yeah.
probably like see it in
Yeah.
like little
Over
werewolves
the
running
moon.
around?
I'm over the moon.
That's
so
gonna be so cool. I'm
excited.
so excited. That'd be so
It's-
cool.
Like the hair.
Insane. It's insane. Like I still have trouble wrapping
From
my
the
head
from
around
the
it.
from the little bit that's kind of released, the trailer and stuff, like I've already seen a ton of stuff on Instagram or whatever where people are doing the makeup and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that is the reaction you want.
Right?
So,
Yeah.
After like one split second look,
Yes.
there's fan art, there's makeup,
Yes.
there's everything.
Killer.
Yeah.
We have like a little group chat, and we like always send each other like little edits
The
or
art- oh
fan
my God,
art that we
it's-
see on Instagram. We're
The
like,
fact
look
that
at
people
this.
take like the time to make
Yeah.
those kinds of things, because like those probably take hours, and like the fact that people will actually resonate with our characters and be like, oh, like I see myself in that person. Because growing up, like you look at like Troy in High School Musical or something, it's like, oh, okay, like I connect with him. But now to be people who other people can hopefully connect to, oh my gosh, it means so much.
that's what makes me feel like I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
It just feels so good to have it, and I appreciate it so much. Like without them, we
Yeah.
wouldn't be here.
Yeah,
And what are you most excited for fans to see with the werewolves coming in and Zombies 2?
Oh, I feel like there's so
There's
much
so
to
much
be revealed.
Dances might be really cool because you watch the first one
Yeah.
and you know how the zombies dance. You have their way of dancing, and you have the cheerleaders, like their way of dancing and their colors and their just whole way of being. But now you bring in a whole new species, and it's something that these kids or anybody who's watching the first one, they haven't seen before. So we're gonna bring a whole different style of dancing. Like we live a lot through the nighttime, so a lot of darker, like
Yeah.
edgier moments. Edgy songs too, so a whole different element.
You get to see our whole world. There's the coolest set. I may be biased, but I think it's the coolest set. Maybe Zombie Land has it beat, maybe, but the Wolf Den
That is
is
so cool.
spectacular. I remember like
beautiful.
walking on set for the first day, and I was blown away, like jaw dropped. Like it's so beautiful on screen too, and it was massive just filming in there. And
massive.
so there's a really cool dance sequence in there that I'm really excited for people to see.